Welcome back to the channel. Been a long time. Sunday morning model cars and coffee. So, as many of you know, we are now into December. December 1st today. December gets really crazy for me. I'm not going to have a whole lot of time to spend here at the bench this month. What I'm going to try to do to, well, mainly to keep YouTube aware of my channel, I'm going to try to do a bunch of pre-recorded Sunday morning model cars and coffees. And at least have one of those videos out for you guys every week. Let's get this camera over here closer to the bench. I'll give you a quick update on the Corvette. All right. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit longer. If you made it this far, go ahead and hit that subscription button down below if you haven't yet already. And if you have, go ahead and hit that thumbs up and give me a... Here we are with the bits and pieces of the Corvette funny car dragster. This is the chassis that we've used out of the 1957 Chevy. So I've got 90% of it pieced together. Have it all painted up in the gunmetal, which I think you've seen in the last video. We got the fire extinguishers installed. I've gone ahead and got the fuel filters installed and detailed up and painted. The fuel cell is ready to go. Wheels and tires are ready to go. These are 3D printed resin wheels and tires. These are kit tires and wheels. I got the wheelie bars cleaned up and primed, ready to be painted. The upper roll cage, I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to use that or not, but I think I am now. So that is primed and ready to be painted, as well as the bug catcher for the top of the engine. Other pieces that are in mid-assembly, right here is the steering gearbox and the steering shaft. And I have yet the steering wheel, which I will do later today, get that attached onto there, so that assembly will be complete. And then I have here, so this engine is not going to use the typical blower that comes in the kit because there's not enough room underneath the hood. So I've been doing some modifications to the kit engine, the Hemi. Now, I'm not 100% sure at all if this car we're replicating has this engine in it or not. I've not been given those details. Honestly, this whole build replica kit is mainly for the outside of the body to look like the real car, not the undercarriage. So anyways, this is the Hemi engine that came from the 57 Chevy. I just went ahead and painted it all orange, and I painted right over the chrome valve covers, and then I went back and I scraped the orange off of the tops, just so you see that. This is a intake manifold from Parts Box that I found that I'm hoping is going to work to be able to keep all this underneath the hood. And the bug catcher is going to go on top of there. Somehow I haven't 100% figured all that out yet. But I went ahead and filled in the holes on the front of this because I've had to modify the front. I haven't yet decided if I'm just going to go ahead and put these pulleys on there and be done with it that way, or if I'm going to use this electric water pump. So I haven't decided yet there. That's still in thought process. But what I did over here, this is just a belt and pulley setup from the Parts Box. And if you notice on this side, there's a piece of styrene that I put in there to create a belt, because this originally didn't have a belt on that side. It went up and it went to somewhere else. I think it might have went to an alternator. So I put that on there, and I thought that that looked a whole lot better than the big bulky piece from the mold for a belt. So I cut the original one off on this side, and I've now glued on a piece of styrene on this side, so I can now shape that to be like the belt, like I did over here. So moral of this point is, this side once looked like that. So now I have to just trim this up, sand it to make it look like this, and make it look much more realistic as a belt. So that's it for the updates of what I've done there. Let me go ahead and just kind of mock this chassis up together a little bit so you can get a better idea how it's all going to look together. So there we go, just a quick little mock-up of what the somewhat of what the chassis is going to look like as it gets completely assembled. Of course, the engine is not complete at all. Bug catcher is not on there correctly, but just pieced together so you get a kind of an idea of the direction I'm going in. But I'd like to give a big old shout out to Paul over at the Left Coast Model Car Builds for hosting this Sunday morning model cars and coffee. And that's going to wrap it up for this one. So thanks for hanging out here with me again at Mike's Mods and Customs. Have a happy holiday if I don't see everybody. And we'll catch you guys all on the next one.